Good afternoon and welcome to Darling Stadium here in Hampton, Virginia for today's Division III playoff game between the Phoebus Phantoms and the Blue Devils from Hopewell High School. This is Frank Edgar coming to you from Darling Stadium along with my partner Wube Gabre for this playoff matchup on a Saturday afternoon. November, what are we at now, 18th?
18th, that's right.
Phoebus likes to play Saturday games.
They like to play in November as well in the
yes,
playoffs.
Yes, they do. Let's talk about the 11-0 Phantoms. Wube, what do you think?
A little worried last week when they had a deficit against Booker T, but they put 42 unanswered points on the Bookers and got that win. And that was enough to get that win so they can play today against Hopewell.
Well, and then Hopewell comes in at 7-4, but I think that may understate their ability. What do you've watched a lot of film this week? Agreed.
I definitely think it understates their ability. They have a great running back in Ronnie Walker Jr., who's committed to the Indiana University. 2,000 yards last year as a junior. He has over 1,000 yards this year. He is the 5th ranked student in that class of 2018, Frank.
Outdone by one football player, I understand.
Yeah, Greg Cuffey, the quarterback who passed for over 1,300 yards, 18 touchdowns this year. He just committed to William & Mary earlier in the week, and he is the valedictorian of the class of 2018 at Hopewell High School. So, great things over at Hopewell, doing what they need to do in the classroom as well as on the field.
Well, we certainly want to thank Coach Rick Irby.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Athletic director up there, Kerry Gray, for providing us information. We got a chance to talk to Coach Irby. Let's go down and hear a little bit from Coach Rick Irby. Good afternoon. Welcome to Darling Stadium. We were able to grab head coach Rick Irby of Hopewell High School before the game. Coach, welcome to Hampton.
Yeah,
what are you bringing to us?
Hopefully we're bringing a good football team down here, and we're looking forward to a great day. And weather definitely helped us out and cooperated with us, so we're looking forward to a great challenge and a great day.
Well, you're coming off a good win last week and a good week in between where your quarterback has declared to play football here locally.
Yeah, Greg Cuffey, our senior quarterback, is committed to William & Mary this past week, and great kid, great talent. He's going to play defense down there, either a corner or safety, and we don't put him out there a lot on defense, but he's going to be out there when we need him.
Well, it's good news always to have a young man at the helm that's going to head to William & Mary afterwards. Tell us a little bit about your running back going to Indiana.
Yeah, Ronnie Walker, he's a 3-year starter for us, very dynamic player, kid with great vision, great speed, great power, really does a lot for us, great running back, and not only is he a great player, he's a great kid, just like Greg Cuffey. Both of them very high character kids, and Greg's ranked number 1 in the class, and Ronnie's ranked number 5 in the class, so they're good kids, they're good hard workers, and it makes my job easy when your best players are your hardest workers and your highest character kids, and so forth.
Well, what are the fans going to see today out of your offense?
Well, we're a spread offense. We like to run the ball. We can mix it up and throw the ball. We got a good receiver, Sean Allen, and a junior Sean Allen and a junior Kadarius Singleton. Both of those guys are really good receivers for us, and so we can throw the ball, we can run the ball, try to get a little mix of both, and hopefully we can have some success today.
And now you've seen the Phoebus Phantoms. You came down last week and took a look at them. What do you expect out of them today?
Well, they're a very good football team. You don't go 11-0 and down here without having a really good football team. We understand that, and we had a really good week of practice, and there are a lot of playmakers on that team. Very fast defense. They run to the football well, and they're ball hawks in the secondary.
Well, very good. Well, it's great to have you here in Hampton. Good luck today against the Phoebus Phantoms.
Thank you. Thank you.
Coach Rick Irby. All right. Well, thanks to Coach Irby spending a little time with us there, Wube. We talked about his big players. Didn't talk a lot about his defense, but Nivon King comes in has a half a sack a game, which in high school is pretty good. He's a leader there. DeAndre Thomas had 11 tackles a game this season, so those two have played very well. And they had an easy win last week over Southampton,
yeah.
45-13. So they've an interesting year. They lose the first game to Norcom. They win 6 in a row, then come back and lose 3 straight, including one game where Cuffey was hurt and beat Southampton last week. So they're back on their offensive prowess. They've scoring just under 30 points a game is Hopewell and giving up 13.5. So they come in with some impressive statistics, and if they weren't playing the 11-0 Phantoms, it'd be more impressive.
I agree. They also have a freshman running back in Robert Briggs, who who had 127 yards, 3 touchdowns against last week. So, you know, Walker is the guy they talk about, but you have a freshman in Briggs, and like you talked about the defense, DeAndre Thomas and Reason Murphy also do a great job on defense.
All right, well, we're able to catch Jeremy Blunt talk a little bit about his 11-0 Phantoms. Let's go down and hear our interview with Coach Jeremy Blunt of Phoebus High School. I'm here with head football coach of Phoebus High School, Jeremy Blunt. Coach, welcome to the playoffs. It's November, it's Phoebus time.
Well, it's that time of the year. It's what you set out for that's what we set out for back last December. You know, our off-season regiment was geared toward these moments right here. And, you know, the season has gone by really fast, man, and love the way our guys have responded to the challenges week by week. And, you know, it's exciting times, man. This is what you do it for.
Well, you got the Hopewell Blue Devils in here. They've scouted you. Have you had a chance to look at them?
Oh, yeah. You know, these guys have been in the same situation the past 2 years that we've been in. So, you know, we did our due diligence, made sure we took a look at those guys last week. And, you know, they're a tough team, man. They're battle-tested. They've been here before just like we have. So, you know, it's one of those days, man. You got to come out and everybody's got to lock it in, and we got to be zero focused and zeroed in and focused all the way and play some good football.
Well, I talked to Coach Irby about his senior quarterback. Tell the fans a little bit about your sophomore quarterback.
Well, you know, since February, man, we've put this kid on the circuit 7-on-7, and, you know, just to get that time in with our receivers and just to give him more of that understanding of what it means when you get out there and that command that we're going to need. We understand we can run the ball year in and year out, but we really wanted to improve on, you know, the passing game, and this kid has really stepped up to the challenge, and, you know, as a result, we've gotten better and better every week. So, you know, the kid's he's not just a playmaker, you know, he truly does lead that side of the ball, and that's what's important. The guys look to him and they lean on him.
Well, Chris Daniels certainly doesn't make any mistakes at all.
You know, it comes with the territory, you know, at that position. You know, the ball's in your hands 100% of the time, you know, unless you're running some type of wildcat set. So, you know, with that saying, statistically, he has done a great job for us. And, you know, that comes down to his focus and his understanding of the moment and his understanding of our game plan. So, you know, the young man has made us proud. We want to continue to get better.
Well, now you're going to face a spread offense today from Hopewell. What's your defense going to do to stop that?
Every week we come out and we understand that we're going to play against some great offensive talents out there, man. So, you know, we've seen spread. We see spread in our district. We've seen spread before. So, you know, this time of the year, you leave nothing unturned. You know, it's just come out and execute your game plan.
Now, you've changed kickers throughout the season. You've come in with is it a freshman kicker?
He's a freshman right now. Yeah, he's changed the game for us on that end, you know, extra point wise, and, you know, he stepped up to the challenge like so many of our other guys, and just want to continue to grow, man. This point of the year, you know, it's can't leave anything to chance. You got to go after it.
Well, you've had a great year, 11-0. Let's see if you can move to 12-0 and get to the next level.
That's the game plan.
One game at a time, I'm sure.
One game at a time. Win the day.
Good luck, Coach.
Appreciate it.
Head Coach Jeremy Blunt. All right, I always appreciate Coach Blunt spending time with us here. We're about ready to go. You say the Phantoms have won the toss, deferred, so the ball's going to go to the Blue Devils of Hopewell to start here. We've got two good offenses. Of course, talk a little bit about the Phoebus Phantoms. You know, we overlooked the 11-0 team, but they come in giving up less than 7 points a game, 6.9 points a game with that defense. And the offense scoring at a very good clip, scoring 35 a game. They've beaten teams up and down the Peninsula District this year and gone across the water and beat Lake Taylor, one of their great rivals. What do you think, Wubei? What are we going to see out of the Phantoms?
Really impressed. I mean, you even alluded to Coach Blunt about the quarterback, Chris Daniels, sophomore. Doesn't make many mistakes. Very poised. Has great guys around him, and the two running backs and the speed on the outside. But he's been really impressive this year. Great to see a young guy step up and have a vital role on the Phoebus offense.
And the play breaker, I think, today, and I want everybody to keep their eye on number 4, Barry Hargrave. The young man is a physical marvel on the field. You and I were discussing when we were out there how we would not want to try to tackle him. Cameron Moss going to kick off, I believe, or is this Wallace to kick off?
Looks like that's going to be Wallace kicking off.
No, this is Wallace,
deep for
Anthony
Hopewell.
Wallace, the junior.
Sean Allen deep for Hopewell, and he's gonna get it. Number 6, actually it's number 21, Robert Briggs, a freshman, who grabs it from Allen, and he stopped it around the 29-yard line.
Briggs is the guy you were talking about earlier, the freshman we were very impressed with in the last few weeks in particular, but he comes in now. Here comes Greg Cuffey, number 7, the William & Mary commit, the valedictorian for Hopewell High School senior class. He's going to play defensive back, so in college that means he's quite an athlete.
Great athlete. Like Coach said in the interview, Frank, he doesn't play much defense for them, but something William & Mary liked out of his defensive prowess, and they're going to play him defense in college. But today he's going to play offense, and he's doing a great job. As we talked about earlier, he has 18 touchdowns on the season.
Preston Hayden, the kicker for Hopewell, now the center for Hopewell. A soccer player is over the ball now with the spread offense of the Blue Devils from Hopewell, Virginia.
We have Cuffey in the shotgun, fakes to Walker, and it's going to be a pass. It's going to be complete to number 5. That's Demanye Taylor. He's a junior.
Good play out there and good block by Hopewell's number 2, Reason Murphy. Murphy it gets in a little bit on offense. You'll see 4 receivers: Sean Allen, number 6, Kadarius Singleton, 15, Darius Grier, number 9, and number 5, Demanye Taylor. Cuffey back there with a couple running backs.
Yeah, you got Briggs and Walker in the backfield with Cuffey in the shotgun. Fakes the handoff. Cuffey keeps it and gets the first down and more for Hopewell.
He gets up over the 40-yard line, almost to the 45 for a first down.
You're right, Frank. I apologize. That was Reason Murphy that caught the last pass, and he's one of the guys they talked about earlier. He's a senior, and he's a big part of that offense on Hopewell.
The line for Hopewell: number 68, Webster, Keontae Tarver at guard, Preston Hayden the center, Darian Blow the right guard, and Jaden Kelly the right tackle.
First down goes to Walker. Walker gets nowhere. The Phoebus defense is right there. It looks like it's going to be a loss of 2 on the play.
Good pushing by the Phoebus Phantom defense. Joshua Austin gets another start, number 89. Austin Gilliam will be out there, Terrence Slade, Donovan Cooper, and then, of course, the Wilsons, Kareem Wilson in particular. You're going to see number 34 from the linebacker position.
You know, Frank, a lot of teams in high school have adopted their spread offense. We don't see much on the PD as much as other parts of the state, but Phoebus has a similar opponent in heritage from what the coaches are telling me. Cuffey back to pass. He's going to get pressured. He's going to slip a couple tackles, but not before number 34, Wilson, wraps him up. Kareem Wilson, the 5'11 senior.
Well, good pursuit out there by Austin Gilliam, number 51. It'll be Austin, Gilliam, Slade, Cooper, and then linebackers Edwards, number 28, Wilson, 34, Bryant. Darrell Bryant has had a marvelous year at defense. And DeQuandre Edwards at linebacker, then Latrell Smith, Tylen Baldwin, and Damian Charity in the defensive backfield.
Yeah, Bryant had 3 touchdowns last game.
Corey Wilson back in a safety spot, too, for the
low snap.
Phantoms.
Cuffey goes far side. He's going to look to pass. Nobody's open. Then he goes to Reason Murphy, who catches it well short of the first down.
You know, no reason to run backwards, but Murphy able to haul it in.
So they're going to punt. And the guy we talked about earlier, Hargraves and Bryce Bailey back deep for Phoebus to receive.
Barry Hargrave wears number 4, Bailey number 9. Hargrave the bigger of the 2, Bailey the more aggressive,
yes,
to say the least.
Had a great run back the other day.
Bailey would run it back if there was a truck in front of him. He'd catch it and run it back. Here's Hayden with the kick.
A good kick. It's going to go to Hargrave. He's going to get it around the 23-yard line. It goes out of bounds.
Well, the Phoebus offense comes on the field led by the sophomore quarterback, Chris Daniels. The running backs be Daniel Wright, number 33, DeQuan Fleming, number 5. Edwards is one receiver. Damian Charity were both in the defensive backfield. Both are going to be a wide receiver along with Hargrave. And then the line is Waheed Cooper, the big Tim Young. Mighty Tim Young, we'll call him there at center. Cameron Wilson and Jeremy Fullwood are the 5 up front.
So Hopewell gets 1 first down. They punt to Phoebus, as you see the young quarterback, Chris Daniels.
Daniels wears number 10. Had a terrific year. 4 touchdowns last week in that 45-point output by the Phantoms. Phantoms come in again 11-0. Wright's in the backfield with Daniels.
See Fleming in the slot with Bailey and Hargraves near side. Daniels shotgun. Fakes to right. It's going to pass to Fleming. Fleming gets a good Well, I thought it was a good block by Hargraves, but he slips one tackle and it gets about, what, 7 or 8 on that catch.
Yeah, nice play to start off for the Phantoms. You'll note also defensively for the Blue Devils that Greg Cuffey, the quarterback, does play cornerback. That time he was on the left side of the defense. For the Hopewell defense, Reggie Ruffin, Keontae Tarver, Darian Blow up front. Nivon King, Kavion Cox, Dre Thomas, and Zyrion Jones-Walker at the linebackers. And Trey Henderson, Jalil Pope, Reason Murphy, and Greg Cuffey in the defensive backfield.
So they gave him 7, 2nd and 3. Hargraves goes in motion. He goes to right up the middle. Good play by Wright. Good misdirection for Phoebus on offense.
And you notice we're using Hargrave as the motion that time, pulls the defense off a little bit and gives Daniel Wright a little hole there up front, picks up the first down.
Haven't seen Darryl Bryan in the game yet, either on offense or defense. We have to check and see what his status is. I see him on the sidelines without his helmet.
Not a good sign. He's been a magnificent part of that defense.
Defensive Player of the Year, according to Recruit 757 in the Peninsula District.
Spread offense by the Phantoms.
So spread offense is let's hope Hopewell gets a taste of their own medicine here. 1st and 10 from the 37, goes back to Wright. Wright goes far side, but he's tackled by number 50. That's Darian Blow. Ryan Blow, I'm sorry.
Yeah, Reggie Ruffin in on the tackle as well. So Ruffin and Blow, the two of the front 3 defensemen, make the tackle, hold Wright to no gain.
And they have to establish that run. That's Phoebus football, but as you see early on, Frank, the Phantoms want to try to get a passing game out of this this drive here.
Big Tim Young brings them up to the ball.
So it's going to be 2nd down and no gain, so it's going to be 2nd and 10 from the 37. Hargraves again in motion. This time it goes to Hargraves on a sweep. He has some blockers as he gets a good gain out of that sweep play.
Hargraves is a guy they really need to get involved in the offense early. At times this year, they haven't needed him. He really hadn't gotten all the passes and rush attempts he needs. But I think if we can get him in the offense earlier, the Phantoms really can ride him to the win today.
Haven't seen much of him lately, as he's been getting probably double and triple teamed on defense. As you see Charity coming in now at receiver on the near side with Fleming. To be using Fleming in the slot so far early on.
Edwards on the far side with Hargrave.
So 3rd and 4 now for Phoebus. On the 43, fake to Wright. And Daniels is going to keep it. He's going to get a 2-yard gain, and he's going to get knocked down. So
I think a little broken play there. Yeah. Daniels couldn't get a handle on the ball. So the Phantoms are going to punt. Oh, good defensive work. Each team with a first down in that first series. Back to punt for the Phantoms, number 30, Emmanuel Johnson, the senior. Counts his men quickly.
So Murphy and Allen are deep back for Hopewell. Good punt.
Very good punt
by Johnson. It takes Murphy back, and it's going to maybe about the 25, 26-yard line.
Now the distance was good. The hang time was great by Johnson, so that puts the Blue Devils back their own 26, 1st and 10. Out comes Greg Cuffey, or staying out is Greg Cuffey.
So we'll see Phoebus on offense for the 2nd time in this first quarter. 6:11 left, 0-0.
Corey Wilson in the defensive side. As we said, we haven't seen Bryant.
To check on that and see what's going on with Darryl Bryant, who's been, like you said earlier, Frank, has had a great season so far for Phoebus. Cuffey in the shotgun. Briggs and Walker goes to Briggs. Actually, he keeps it, fakes to Briggs, and he gets a good gain out of it.
A little missed tackle there. A good fake by Cuffey. Pick up about 5 yards on the play. The Phantom defense adjusting this big spread offense. Of course, Heritage was their first game this
Heritage
year.
was the first game.
It's been a while.
They've seen a spread. I think Bethel runs somewhat of a spread as well.
This is a dedicated spread run by Coach Rick Irby.
So a 5 on the run by Cuffey, goes to Walker. Near side has a couple blockers, and Phoebus is on it, but not before Walker gets a first down. The Indiana University commit rumbles near side and gets a first down for Hopewell.
Wildly generous spot by the line judge on this side. That very generous.
First down and 10, Hopewell at the 37.
Blue Devils have a first down at their own 37.
Cuffy, shotgun, back to pass. Fakes it, got a man wide open. That's number 6, Allen. He beats number 22 on Phoebus.
That's Corey Wilson.
That's an easy touchdown.
And that was a mistake, a huge mistake, as he stopped, went with the fake, and then not much you can do about that. That's a 63-yard touchdown pass.
And you saw the pump fake by Cuffy, Frank. It frees the linebacker and the corner. And that allowed Allen to get back.
Defensive mistake. Is Wilson making his start, the sophomore, in with Bryant on the sideline, playing this spread offense. They've got a few extra defensive backs, and that just a huge mistake by the Phantoms. So they give up a touchdown. In comes Daniel Grier to kick the extra point. No, it's going to be Grier at the hold, Hayden the kick. And it looks like it nearly took the head off the official. No point, so the Phantoms hold the damage to 6, and they're going to reassess that play and get the ball here going. They're down 6-0 with 5:11 to go in the first quarter. Coach Jeremy Blunt making the adjustments. He's talking now to Corey Wilson. Pats him on the helmet, send him back out there. That's how Blunt is. Gonna tell him what he thinks of the play, and then he's gonna send him back out there. Young man makes a mistake. Well, the Phantoms get ready here. They trail it. They gave up 14 real quick to Booker T last week.
You know, this has been a trend. Yeah, this has been a trend for Phoebus, Frank. They've been falling behind. I mean, the last couple years in the playoffs.
Well, there's been a defensive adjustment with Bryant out here early.
Yeah, Bryant won't play the first half.
That's the word we're getting here in the booth. So we'll have to have Blunt's going to have to go with the next man up philosophy, as he talks about.
Well, again, no panic out of Phoebus. I mean, it's I'm not going to say this is nothing new to them, but they've been down before, and they're going to have to make some adjustments to get back in this game.
Now, I thought that extra point was missed. I thought it was.
Me too.
They're going to check on that. We'll get you the officials here in a minute. Preston Hayden to kick off. Big man bounces one.
Oh, Bryce
off
Bailey.
The hands of Bailey.
Picked up by Hargrave. He fumbles, and it looks like it's going to be picked up.
No, it's going to be Hargrave who's able to, strong enough to at least to hold it in.
Oh, man, that would have been dangerous.
That's just sloppy play, and the Phantoms going to have to tighten up here. They're not playing Booker T or Minchville as they played the last 2 weeks. They're playing a very good team. This team lost to Stanton River last year in the semifinals when Phoebus lost to eventual champ Blacksburg. So these are the two runners-up of the semifinalists last year, meeting so early in this in the process.
Okay, so the first and 10 from the 26, Frank. Daniels this time under center with Wright and Fleming in the backfield. We've seen this lineup before, in this formation before. It's going to go to Fleming. Oh, good hit. As he bounces off a hit, looks like that was number 3, Dre Thomas.
Yeah, Stick picks up a few yards. As that time, Wright picked up the block going left, but Fleming doesn't follow. Second and about 8 for the Phantoms. Daniels comes to the sideline to get his play.
That hit, Frank, was to let you know that Hopewell is here. That was a good stick by Dre Thomas.
Well, that time, the Blue Devils, number 34, keeps creeping in from the sideline. Don't have him on the roster. That may be Thomas. We'll see what Dre Thomas wears. He's wearing
Dre
3.
Thomas is 3.
Yeah, I don't know 34. Don't have it on our list, so we'll get that for you. That's Daniel Wright in the backfield.
Hey.
Again, lots of forward progress by the defensive line. Phantom's going to figure out how to loosen that up a little bit. Jeremy Blunt gives the play to his quarterback. Chris Daniels doesn't get enough accolades. It's just a sophomore, but he's led his team to an 11-0 record. Coach Dickie Van Dyke on the sideline with the tape on his fingers, flashing the play out to the line. So 3rd and 9 for the Phantoms.
39 from the 29, 3:40 and counting. First quarter, 7-0 Hopewell. So Daniels in the shotgun. We go back to pass. He has a good pocket, good throw to Edwards. He's hit, but he holds on to the ball.
It's a great catch.
Great catch by DeQuandre Edwards.
Trey Henderson knocks him down, but a great play, and that really helps the Phantoms. If he can find those receivers downfield. So 1st and 10 for the Phantoms. So Kayvon Cox is wearing 34 today. That's very helpful. Got him as number 1. He's wearing 34 in the white jerseys for the Blue Devils.
Kayvon Cox. He is a sophomore, so they have a lot of young guys on there.
You see him creeping in.
Yeah. This one goes to right. Right slips. Little stutter step, goes up the middle, gets about 3 or 4 yards. They can't get nothing going with the running game so far.
It does keep everybody in and loosen up that passing game. You see that time Cox slipping in. The officials today. Referee is Dennis Hicks, the umpire Alonzo Bell Jr. Dwayne Bourne is the head linesman. Andrew Zamaglio is the line judge. Side judge Edwin Raines. Steve Woodard is the field judge. Tony Brown the back judge, and our clock operator, of course, the venerable Herman Drone.
Daniels under center, goes to right up the middle, goes back outside.
He's still going.
Still going on his feet. It's going to be a first down. Finally tackled by Reason Murphy, but not before he gets a first down after some great running by Wright.
Good just push forward by Daniel Wright. We expect nothing less from the big truck.
Can't tackle him on the, you got to tackle him down low, but he's just ripping through tackles down low and up top.
And I have no idea that's not a first down.
They're going to measure.
Well, they should have spotted it again.
It's a terrible spot.
I think they got the first down. The ball's got its nose right on the line there, but Chris Daniels going to come over and talk to Jeremy Blunt and watch the play here. In with mighty Tim Young at the center, you can pick up a yard or two as the umpire, practically the referee, practically walks over top of the chain. First down Phantoms.
First down Phoebus. So you see Daniels going back to the huddle. 1st and 10 from the 45.
And a late arriving crowd for the Phantoms, Dave, but they're starting to come in.
Yeah.
2 o'clock start here on the afternoon of the 18th.
As Phoebus elected to play this Saturday afternoon. They could have played last night after Hampton was on the road at Salem, but they chose to play on a Saturday afternoon. Great football weather, though, today. So 1st and 10 from the 45. Daniels goes to Fleming. Fleming gets about a 5-yard run.
Yeah, that's right over the right side over there. Tim Young, the center, of course. It's, I think, Cameron Wilson on the far side. We'll see. Jamal Wahee's a left tackle. Donovan Cooper listed as the left guard. That's Cameron Wilson, Jeremy Fullwood on the right side. Cameron Wilson wearing 54. And Fullwood wearing 58.
Yeah, Wahee, 6'3", 245, good-looking kid.
It's good lines. 4 seniors and a junior. Junior being Donovan Cooper.
So 2nd and 6. They gave him 4 from the 41. All runs this drive. Goes to Wright. Wright with a good block. He's still on his feet. He's hard to bring down, Frank. It's Cuffey makes the tackle. Touchdown-saving tackle on Wright.
Well, that's an outstanding run by Wright. And you see some of his speed, which he's not known as because he's probably the slower of the two. He and Daquan Fleming share carries for the Phantoms. Yeah, it's going to be interesting, Wubei, when you got a guy like Daniel Wright coming at Greg Cuffey.
Yeah.
And it doesn't take much to wrench a shoulder or.
Yeah, it's tough.
And that's a big man to bring down. You notice Cuffey is not covering Hargrave. I really thought he'd be the one covering Hargrave. He's going to stay on the left side.
This time Daniels under center, goes back to right. This time he goes near side. He's tackled by number 30.
Yeah,
That's Reggie Ruffin.
Ruffin's had a good game so far for the Blue Devil defense.
The freshman.
He still picked up a couple yards. It's hard to stop Daniel Wright from picking up a couple yards. He's a large human being.
It's going to end the first quarter.
Well, what a first quarter it was. The touchdown, the 63-yard pass by Cuffey on a botched coverage by the Phantoms give the Blue Devils lead. That extra point was called good.
Yeah, it was confirmed that the extra point was good. So
I know
like
the guy whose head it almost hit called it no good, but must have overruled him.
And just like last week, they find themselves with a deficit here, 7-0.
Now the Phantoms will be headed towards Phoebus as they move towards the east end of the field now in the second quarter.
So Hopewell comes from Hopewell, Virginia, Frank. They play in the old Central District that has the teams like Petersburg and Dinwiddie and Meadowbrook. And of course, there aren't districts anymore, but like you said, they have, 4 losses this year to pretty good teams.
Yeah, they went into it. They lost to Norcom in the first game, but then lost 3 straight. Thomasdale got beat 41-6, but Thomasdale, they're a 6th division like Woodside is in our district. Dinwiddie's a 4, beat them 24-6, and then Meadowbrook beat them 13-6. Cuffey out in that game.
So no slouches. I mean, Norcom was a preseason top 5 team before all the injuries. So that first loss wasn't a tough loss. And of course, when you talk about Thomasdale and Dinwiddie, they're playoff teams.
Well, the one thing, the two districts have plenty of playoff teams and good teams among them.
So 2nd and 8 from the 24 for Phoebus as they're marching down the field with all runs. There's the first pass. Daniels in the shotgun goes near side. The pass is going to be incomplete, intended for Hargraves. It's broken up by Cuffey.
Wide open was Hargrave, and he had good body position on Greg Cuffey. Ball overthrown by Daniels. 2nd or 3rd down now and 8.
Yeah, they love to roll Daniels out.
Well, notice that time that Daniels Hargrave was covered by Cuffey.
Yeah, and about 2 other guys. They know how important he is to this offense. So it's going to be 3rd and 8, Frank, from the 24.
The mighty Tim Young comes to the ball. Good look at the Phantoms' offensive line going this way.
So Daniels this time in shotgun. Daniels behind him. It's going to be a flag. And that might be a false start against Phoebus.
Now that hurts when you get down here close. The kicker, Moss, has been a good find for the Phantoms, but I'm not sure his range is as great as 30 yards.
Well, that was a great question you asked Coach Blunt as we listened for during pregame. You asked him about that kicking game.
Now he's real pleased with Cameron Moss, a freshman who came out during the season and earned that spot, the place kicking spot. But I think this may be a little out of his range, so the Phantoms need to pick up at least something near the 20-yard line.
It's funny. They have 2 kickers. I'm sure some teams around here would just love to just have one. Daniels in the shotgun is going to have throw a pass to Hargraves, overthrown. He's covered by number 28.
Daniels chased that time by number 30. Reggie Ruffin's having a great first half.
That's Pope.
Also Kavion Cox.
Pope was covering Hargraves, and it's going to be 4th down, Frank.
Hargrave again was open. Yeah. I think Barry Hargrave is one of the guys that's always open. I don't care how many people on him. He's always open. He can go get the ball with the best of them. Phantoms are going to go for it.
Go for it here. It's going to be 4th and 13 from the 29.
Well, he's got his receivers open.
Yes. The first time he overthrew Hargraves. This time, he threw too high again, the first time. Yeah, and then this time he overthrew him in the end zone. So 4th and 13 from the 29. Fleming in the slot, Edwards and Hargraves near side, Charity far side, right in the backfield. As Daniels goes back to pass, he's pressured. It's going to be incomplete. Another overthrown pass to Hargraves. He was open again, Frank.
Yeah, he sure was. And he disappointed in that one. Went up to try to get it, couldn't come down with it. Daniels with 3 passes that time. Maybe he's showing a little bit of nerves early in the game. Phantoms turn it over on downs. So we see Greg Cuffey back out for another offensive chance. We'll see how long Cuffey can go against this Phantom defense. The Phantom defense is going to have to hit him and make him realize he's been out there a couple times.
Yeah, that's all it takes, for a running quarterback is to get hit a couple times and they'll think twice about those runs. So 1st and 10 from the 29 after the turnover on downs for Phoebus. Cuffey in the shotgun, goes to Walker. Walker fakes inside, then goes outside. Breaks the tackle. No, he doesn't.
Great tackle. Edwards right at his feet.
The senior.
DeQuandre Edwards, 5'10", 190-pounder, with the nice tackle on the Indiana-bound running back, Ronnie Walker.
Walker, like we talked about earlier, Frank, 2,000 yards last year. Not as much this year, but you can see his talent.
And also, we like to find another public school in Hampton with the valedictorian and the number 5 in the class as the starting quarterback and running back of their football team.
Very impressive.
Hayden over the ball.
Cuffey goes to the freshman.
That's Briggs. The one
Briggs is going to break another tackle, slip through one. Charity's the only one that has a chance to knock him down, and he does. But the freshman Briggs,
124 yards last week. He's no surprise to the Phantoms. That time he just got through and good blocking out in front on that far side.
So you get a glimpse of the future, Frank. Once Walker goes off to Indiana, Briggs will be the man. It's a great run, and like you said earlier, he had a great game last week.
Robert Briggs, a 9th grader, to make the emphasis there, a 9th grader.
Wow. Back when we played, Frank, 9th grade meant JV
right.
or backup, but now they have about 3 freshmen that play significant roles. Cuffey in the shotgun, goes back to it goes to Walker near side, but again Edwards was a great tackle.
Well, the attempted block out there by number 6, Sean Allen, but not enough on Edwards. Edwards is a strong defensive player. We've seen it twice now this drive. So 2nd down and 9 for the Blue Devils. They drive here in the early part of the 2nd quarter. 7-0 Hopewell over the Phoebus Phantoms.
I like the versatility in Hopewell's offense. Of course, that's what the spread offense does, though. They give you these run pass. They call it RPOs, the run pass option. And Cuffey's a great quarterback to do that. Shotgun for Cuffey. Has a pocket. He's going to go with it. He's going to run.
It had to be a hold on the end, and they don't get it.
No, they got a flag.
They got the
here.
one there, but they didn't get the one on Austin. Joshua Austin practically had his head ripped off. Yeah.
No
He had the quarterback in his sights, and the lineman just practically took him down. That one's not called. But they're going to move back. It was a hold in the pocket.
So that's going to come back after the run by Cuffey. I'll tell you what, Coach Laycock might want to look at Cuffey as a quarterback. I didn't know he was that fast until he broke that run. Even though it was a hold, I could see his speed.
Well, his job is really just to keep that offensive, keep it in moving, and spread that ball around as the offense is called.
So it's the 40. It's going to be 2nd and 27 from the 48 after the hold. So shotgun by Cuffey. He rolls out far side. He's going to look to pass and comes back near side after he's pressured. Slips to a tackle.
Speed now.
And he's going to show his speed as he comes near side and goes out of bounds. Not before Wilson knocks him out.
Well, Wilson had to hustle him down. He didn't get back to the line of scrimmage, though, so good play by Wilson as you see the speed of Greg Cuffey.
Yeah.
William Mary be very glad to get that young man. Phoebus coach is giving a hard time out there to the referee, and I think on that the play right before then, they're very upset about that missed hold. Dennis Hicks is the one catching the grief there.
So it's going to be 3rd and 14.
Big play for the Phantom D right here. Even with Brian out for the first half. We don't understate that. He's been a cog, a big cog in the defensive wheel for Phoebus.
Cuffey to Walker. Walker up the middle, another flag.
Another hold, I think. I think the discussion by the Phantom coaches have caught the eye of these plays. Yeah, there's been several holes back there, and this time this one's caught again. We'll see what Jeremy Blunt does.
I would think they would decline it, but
did they even ask him? He's going to take it. He wants the yardage.
Okay.
Got confidence in their defense. Again, the touchdown came on really a busted play.
Yeah. Well, it was a good pump fake by Cuffey, though, to freeze the safety. And the corner was looking in the backfield instead of watching Allen go right by him. So it's going to be 3rd and 26.
3 receivers right this time, including number 5, Damian Taylor. Demanye Taylor, excuse me.
So Cuffey in the shotgun as he basically is all game. Walker, good run by Walker, but he's brought down by 3 Phantoms.
He's not going to get that hit that hard by Michigan next year. So a good defensive stop by the Phantoms when they needed it. 9:17 to go.
Got to get
second.
Got to get their offense going though, Frank. You know, a couple plays they probably want back when Daniels rolled out. He had Hargraves open on a couple plays.
Here's Preston Hayden in to kick.
And Bryce Bailey and Barry Hargraves deep for Phoebus to receive the punt. Oh, Phoebus showing blitz as Wilson jumps off
Wilson,
sides.
Yep, a little excited there. Kareem Wilson, the senior, makes some mistakes and cost him 5 yards.
He didn't play last week, so I'm sure he's anxious to get back out there, but too anxious on that play.
Again, both teams younger than they are perceived around the state. Certainly, Phantoms have been the number 1 player, the number 1 team here in 3 for
Basically
all
season. Yeah.
Hayden with a kick. Young man can kick a ball, but that
So
time to Hargraves,
he
he's down.
slips, and he
Field has been wet, just as you see it right there from the 50 west towards where you just saw Hargrave go down. We were out on the field earlier and saw the Phantoms chewing it up pretty well in their warm-ups.
didn't have much rain this week, and you know,
just been kind of moist, kind of cold and moist, and not a lot of good hard sunshine to get that dried up.
So 1st and 10 from the 18 as Phoebus will have the ball.
Yeah, Chris Daniels has maybe gotten the overthrows out of his system.
Yeah, hopefully. Again, sophomore quarterback, first year starting at varsity, was a JV quarterback last year.
Yeah, he's been terrific. Again, he hasn't made mistakes that have cost his team this year. He's done what he needs to do. He's got these weapons.
That defense too, you know, you can afford to make a few mistakes with the defense they've had this year. Daniels under center.
I'm waiting for them to cross a receiver across the middle. This time it's
Jalen White, the sophomore, number 12.
White we knew would get some playing time. Jalen White, 5'10", 192-pounder, has played very well this year in spots. It's hard to play behind the two starters, Fleming and Wright.
Again, we talked about Briggs being a freshman. White, the sophomore, who will probably be the future running back for Phoebus in the next couple years. As like you said, he's playing behind 2 great seniors now this year. White still in there with Wright. As Daniels goes under center, he has Bryce Bailey and Hargrave near side, Charity far side. It's going to be, looks like that's Wright.
It looks like Daniel Wright, yeah. Daniel Wright, all you see is crossed arms and elbows coming at you, and that time he laid out a couple guys, picked up 2 yards sheerly on his elbow power as he crossed his arms and keep that ball under control.
And Zamir Rogers also in there. He's a 6'4", 198-pound senior receiver. He played quarterback last year. He's out there.
And an athlete we like.
Yes.
We like, and I think they get the ball to him, and I think the opposing team would be surprised. He's much taller than his defender. That's number 11 out there on him, Nivante Coleman.
So it's a huge 3rd down here. 3rd and 6 from the 22. Daniels fakes the run. He's pressured. He's going to be sacked by number 22.
That's Nivante King. And a little extra may have cost the, let's see what the flag is. Did it call a face mask?
I don't know. That was close.
Let's see, they're looking at Phoebus for an answer. So, yeah, it's a face mask.
That was close. I don't know.
On the tackle. So Phoebus going to get the benefit of a penalty after the play. It looked like as he was dragging him down.
Looked like it was a good play from here, but we'll take their word for it. Good play by King.
Yeah, it's just a 5-yarder.
Well,
as he got through the line and pressured Daniels.
Did you see a sign of the? They moved the ball some. I don't understand that. No indicator at all
Timeout on Phoebus.
Timeout is Jeremy Blunt's going to try to figure out what went on there.
That's their first timeout of the first half with 7:03 remaining in the first quarter.
See, in high school, Frank, they have the 15 and a 5-yard penalty still. So that was a 5-yard penalty for the face mask.
It would be nice to have a little more, what do you call, a little more formal protocol when you call a penalty, and then look at the coach and grab your nose a little bit and say, it's a small face mask, or I guess running the hand across the face guard. All right, well, timeout. Jeremy Blunt's going to look at his squad and see what they can do with a 3rd and 12.
Again, you sound like a broken record, Frank, but Phoebus starts slow again in the playoff game. You know, I don't like to see this, but again, they don't look too rattled. It's just like you said, that busted play for the touchdown.
Yeah, the reason is you got a really good team on the other side.
Exactly.
I mean, these are 2 state semifinalists, so this is really how that matchup didn't happen last year.
Yeah.
I guess it.
The way the pairings were, they went out west.
And I will tell this right now, the VHSL, I'll give up trying to figure out who's going to be where, when, and what.
Well, we do know the winner of this
Monday.
game will play York, who beat Lakeland yesterday.
The only one left in 3A, right?
That's right.
3A South.
So first down play, sorry, it's 3rd and 12. Daniels running for his life. Has a couple blocks. He's going to go back to throw. No, he's going to keep it. And there's a guy wide open, but he elects to run. He's going to be close.
He had Damian Charity wide open. He didn't let it go. Now, he was running for his life, so.
Easy for us to say up here.
There has not been a decent spot on this side the whole game. So they're going to be a short, I believe, maybe
2
a
yards
yard.
short, yeah. So decision time here for Phoebus. I would think they would punt. But
depends on how far you think you can get with Daniel Wright. They're going to punt. We see mighty Tim Young come off. When he comes off, they're going to punt.
So face mask in high school, that I just learned, is not an automatic first down. It's a 5 and a 15-yard penalty. So that's why it was 3rd and 12 for Phoebus, and now it's 4th and 2.
Yeah, Daniels did a nice job of picking up what he did. I'm really surprised he didn't see Charity, who practically had signal flags back there. He was so wide open.
So the punt by Johnson. Number 2, Reason Murphy's back deep for Hopewell.
Yeah, the kicking game, which it's been snake bitten. Peninsula District teams all year long. Hampton loses last night by 1 point over in Salem. They would have at least had a tie. They didn't have a kicker really all year.
And we mentioned that so much.
That's a tough way to lose. There was another tough way to lose, and that it was a apparent touchdown the last play of the game called back. Called incomplete or out of bounds, and Wube and I have not yet seen the film, but I know it's a tough way to lose. Phantoms have a little stronger kicking game, especially with the addition of Moss, but this time it's hurt them. 1st and 10 for the Blue Devils from their own 49.
Cuffy shotgun. He has Briggs. That's who he gives it to. Briggs, the freshman, gets about, 2 or 3 yards on that run.
Yeah, good tackle that time by the Phantoms. Number 79, Josiah Silver, who's in the game. Silver's called in to play. I saw him come over and put his helmet on.
And Silver, he's another one of those young puppies, as they call over at Phoebus. He's a sophomore.
And Slade comes out. Silver stays in.
They gave him 3, Frank, so it's going to be 3rd and 7 from the 49. You see everyone looking at their wristband for Hopewell. Briggs, what a luxury to have a freshman running back like Briggs to spell Walker. Cuffy, back to pass, going to be complete. Good tackle. Again, as he breaks
missed the tackle. Boy, it was a good stick.
Now it's going to be a flag. It might be a helmet to helmet. That's a shame because he was going down.
Baldwin's the one with the initial stop. Let's see what the call is. If we can get some. Here he comes.
Personal foul, face mask against Phoebus.
Well, that's the 15-yarder side. The 15-yarder is called that time. That cost the Phantoms 15 yards. That's big yardage right there.
It's hard to determine what's a 15 and a 5.
It really is. Well, Baldwin had him by the legs and let him go. It was a great stick, but let him go. So now the Blue Devils draw down to the 32 of the Phantoms. 5:54 to go here in the second quarter. They lead it 7-0 over the Phoebus Phantoms.
Now Cuffy goes back to Briggs. Briggs, the freshman, so great looking freshman, guys, and he brings almost a first down run for Hopewell.
Wilson at his feet. On top of the tackle was number 11, Damian Charity. But a good run by the freshman.
And you know, crazy thing, Frank, is last week Booker T had a freshman running back. They did the same thing to Phoebus in the first half. They were able to slow him down in the second half, but you know, to see these freshmen coming in from middle school right into a varsity high school football game is so impressive.
I can't understate the fact that Darryl Bryan, who's been the defensive player in the Peninsula District, according to one organization, the player of the year, is out for the first half.
A little disciplinary action taken by the school and the team. He won't be able to play to the second half, and that's costing Phoebus some yardage here. On the
it's certainly
side.
changing positions a couple times, and we'll see. The Phantoms need to dig in now.
So gain of 9, it's 2nd and 1. Walker doesn't get the first down, and he's going to lose some yardage.
Yeah, that's a great tackle out there by Cameron Wilson, number 54.
Oh, and they're going to throw a flag. And that might be against Phoebus. Unsportsmanlike against Phoebus. Oh, man.
And we don't have the monitor up here today. We have a great Steve Fryer on camera with us today. I want to thank Steve for coming out on Saturday afternoon and helping us set up. We are very grateful for him all the time. That move, not only does it move it down, it moves it down from the 26. They go back to the 26 and move it down. A generous move by the officials against the Phantoms. They have hurt themselves with penalties. That's 30 yards in penalties. Doesn't seem to be any half the distance. Yeah, they take it down to that's half the distance to the 13. 1st and 10 for the Blue Devils, and the Phantoms are putting themselves in a hole again.
That would have been third and short.
Yeah, they're going to have to strengthen here and keep Greg Cuffey and his fast-moving offense out of the end zone.
So 1st and 10.
Time handed.
It's going to be handed to Briggs, and Briggs is stopped.
And don't see any flag on too hard a tackle, so that's a good stop by Wilson again. Cameron Wilson, one of those guys you don't want to get mad, and I think they've gotten him mad. Wilson, a senior, 5'11", 280 pounds, which really makes you think he's slower than he is. He is not. He's going to line up over Hayden, the center.
Solid young man.
A good line play by both teams today. I'm very impressed with the 5 offensive guys by both lines. But the defense having its way now.
Cuffey back to pass. He's getting pressure now, but he has some blocks. He cuts in the middle. Good play by Cuffey to elude 2 Phoebus players.
Brought down that time by Silver, 79.
As it's going to be a 3rd down now. 3rd and it looks like about 10.
Cuffey reminds me a lot in speed of Cam Stevenson of Hampton. You know, he's got that quickness. He's taller than Stevenson, but he's got that kind of quickness. Very dangerous player back there, and you can see why the athlete is headed to the college level. William Marion's going to need him.
Yes.
They need athletes.
Having a down year this year in Williamsburg, 3rd and 10 from 13. Cuffey goes to Briggs. Briggs goes on the outside. He's upended. Looks like that's by Latrell Smith.
Great tackle out there by the Phantoms, number 21. That's Latrell Smith, and Smith saves the 1st down. That Briggs is mighty quick, and the ankle-grabbing tackle holds him back.
So it looks like that's going to be a 4th down, and they're going to go for it here. 4th and 6 from the 9.
Yeah. Obviously, Hayden, we've seen kicking pregame, can hit the field goal from there. But I think Coach Irby's going to say, if I can put the stake in the Phantoms early,
hey,
that's my chance.
That's it.
Here comes Cuffey to try to do just that.
4th and 6.
Going to try to pick up 5 yards. If he can get the Phantoms jump, they don't. Good play by Coach Irby to try to draw the Phantoms off. He's shown that they've gotten a little bit anxious already. This time, they couldn't draw them off. So timeout taken. First timeout by the Hopewell Blue Devils.
So you see how they're mixing it up, Frank, with Briggs and Walker, the freshman and senior running backs. Kind of similar to what Phoebus does, but you know, Briggs, the freshman, is really chewing up some yards against Phoebus.
Well, Briggs is the DeQuan Fleming. Yeah. Walker is the Daniel Wright.
Yes, I agree.
And a good combination. If we've seen the Phantoms succeed with that for a couple of years.
Of course, Allen who caught the touchdown pass at receiver, and they have Reason Murphy also out there.
Look at that lineup. Only 3 seniors in the starting lineup for the offense. Of course, Cuffey will be hard to replace.
Yeah.
Senior Darian Blow is the one at right guard. He's the only returning senior on that line. They had 4 seniors and a junior last year, and a very impressive group that made it all the way to the state semifinals.
Of course, on defense, they only have you have 2 freshmen that play. That's Reggie Ruffin and Trey Henderson. So I mean, it's the youth movement not only in the peninsula, over there in Hopewell as well.
4th and 6.
They're going to still go for it here. 4th and 6 from the 9. 2:34 left in the half. 7-0 Hopewell. It's going to be a direct snap to Walker and a reverse.
Pitch.
And number 9, Daniel Greer.
He's going to catch the pass.
That's going to be Cuffey. Cuffey with a couple moves, and he's going to be close to a first down.
I think he's got the first down. Good play.
That was a good play.
A little slow developing, but the Phantoms, they think they got the ball back. They think the spot gives them the ball back. Let's see what it is. We got a bad angle from here.
They're going to have to do a measurement here. That's going to be really close. Really, I don't know. I can't see the spot. But this is huge, Frank.
It's a good late approach to Cuffey, because he made one move. If they'd caught him the first one, they had him. This time it's going to be mighty close. I think it's a first down.
That's first down, yeah, almost by a yard.
No, it turned out to be a little closer than that. But yes, first down and goal. 2:23 to go here in the second quarter.
It's going to be first and goal. Like you said, a slow developing play, but it was effective, and they got enough for the first down, maybe by, what, 6 inches.
Now the big meat comes back in for the Phantoms. Wilson and Slade in particular, along with Joshua Austin, the defensive end.
So Kavion Cox comes in, looks like it's a fullback.
The Phantoms recognized it, but couldn't get Cuffey down.
That's Walker in the backfield, Cuffey in the shotgun. It goes to Walker, almost dropped it.
Yeah, bad exchange that time.
As Charity got in there to make that tackle.
Damien Charity very quick from his safety position.
It's going to be a loss of 1, Frank. It's going to be second and goal from the 4.
The clock is still running.
Yeah. And again, it's a huge defensive stand for Phoebus, as they will get the ball in the second half.
Yeah, this would be a real nice stop for them. Down to 128 now. Cuffey getting a play in by sign, so he's still looking at what it is.
Cuffey rolls near side. Looks like he's going to keep
Wilson
it.
chasing
Doesn't have much room.
That time at his feet, I believe, was Slade. Was it Tim Slade at his feet?
Like
Cameron Wilson.
As he's been all over the place.
And it looked like Josiah Silver actually at his feet, 79.
You know, Wilson reminds me of George Mitchell of Kickotan.
Yes,
almost
he
the
does.
same build, and they're always near the ball.
And they're faster than they look.
So third and goal from the 5, Frank.
Clock still running.
Clock is still running. Hopewell not taking the timeout here as everybody looks at the wristband for the call. Walker in the backfield with Cox and Cuffey in the shotgun.
This may be the last play they have. They wait the time they get in there.
Another bad exchange. Walker is going to be short.
No, he's not going to
They called him short.
Yeah, his knee was down. As we see 2 Phantoms down on the field, they bumped into each other. It's going to be now an injury timeout with 25 seconds left.
Slade down. And bad timing on the injury anytime, but that time real bad timing.
But I will tell you, two bad exchanges, Frank, for Hopewell, as it could have been disaster for them. It's going to be 4th and goal, Frank, from the 1 with 25 seconds left in the half. As an injury timeout, as Slade is down.
So we have an injury timeout.
And let's hope Slade's okay.
Yeah, they need him up front, Frank.
Looks like his left knee maybe is giving him trouble.
Well, it looks like him and Wilson banged into each
Hopefully
other.
they just bump knees and not. He's going to get up. Maybe he got kicked in the shin. He's holding that left leg.
Once again, Frank, Phoebus, you know, in a deficit in a playoff game. We don't like
they trailed at 7-0, and that 7th point was a half a point over the bar.
You get a good look at Slade. Looks like it's his right leg. And he's just
Is it his right leg? Well, we hope he's okay.
Yeah.
Terrence Slade, 5'11", 280 senior.
Great training staff.
Yeah, Kimberly, when I met today, she's out. She does a great job with the Phantoms, as do the trainers around the district. But, you know, having her come out early, we watched her come out today. She comes out probably an hour and a half, almost 2 hours before the game, and it helps these young men get stretched. I see a lot of professional stretching and direction. She's got them all taped up, and really it's a great service to a team.
Yes. And it's a great field to get into for a lot of these kids.
Well, you're not kidding. And she told me she'd rather be out there with them than somewhere else, you know, out there watching her players.
Huge play here, Frank. 4th and goal from the 1. 25 seconds left.
He landed all his hit on the goal.
7-0 Hopewell.
Tim Young in, and on the defensive line.
He doesn't play much defense this year, but they need him in there now with the injury to
300 pounds against Preston Hayden.
So shotgun for Cuffey. Walker in the backfield. Cox fullback. It's going to go to Walker. Walker stopped. Great play by Wilson. That's number 34.
What a play by Phantoms, and that's going to give them a spark going into the second half.
Yes, sir.
Kareem Wilson, the 5'11" senior, just ate up the Division I bound Ronnie Walker. 20 seconds to go here. The Phantoms going to take a knee and go in the locker room and talk this thing over. So big stop, giving them a great push to go to the second half. They'll get the ball to start the second half.
Huge stop,
and they'll
Frank.
get it better than the 3-yard line.
That's huge, Frank. That's huge. I mean, like you said, going with the momentum, and they'll have the ball in the second half.
Well, you put the mighty Tim Young in there, right on the nose, so they're not going his way.
Right.
And that makes everybody think, well, I've got to block the left half of him, and I've got to block the right. That's 2 guys right there out of the way.
Well, it makes the linebacker's job so much easier when you have a guy like Young in there.
If you get around him.
Yeah, if you get around him, that's right.
He's got his own field of gravity.
So
Daniels takes the knee, and I think that's going to do it. Both teams go to the locker room. The Blue Devils got to be pleased with their 7-0 lead.
And Phoebus has to be fortunate.
And Phantoms are fortunate to be
it's
down
not
only
worse.
7-0.
Again, that touchdown was a broken play, but it was a good play by Cuffey with the pump fake. But a great defensive stand here by Phoebus to close out the half.
They have weathered a lot, have the Phantoms here. They've weathered a couple of calls that I've questioned a little bit, some spots, but mainly they've weathered a very good offense run by a very athletic quarterback.
I agree. I was really impressed with Cuffey, the women Mary commit, Walker, but Briggs, the freshman, came in and gave him a huge spark.
He's the one that's giving them the spark here in the first half. Well, we go to the locker room here at halftime. 7-0 Hopewell over the Phoebus Phantoms. We're going to take a break. Be back with you in a few minutes. All right, we're back here at Darling Stadium on Saturday afternoon, November 18th. We've seen listened to a very entertaining Phoebus band play some good music here as we watch the scoreboard. 7-0 Hopewell over the Phoebus Phantoms. Phantoms ended that first half, Wube, on a defensive stop at the goal line. What do you think that's going to mean for them as they get the ball here to start the second half?
Hopefully momentum, Frank. It was a huge stop. Kareem Wilson got through there and made a great play on the running back Walker from Hopewell. Again, they get the ball in the second half. It's a huge stop for Phoebus. Let's see if they can build off of that momentum and get some points on the board in the second half.
Now, for the Hopewell Blue Devils, we've seen their freshman Robert Briggs really show his ability. The very quick running back, wearing number 21. The ninth graders picked up many yards, and the quarterback, Greg Cuffey, has been as promised. The Phantoms have had some success in stopping the Indiana-bound Ronnie Walker, the other running back, the senior. So they've done a good job defensively. Offensively, though, Wube, the Phantoms need to pick it up.
Yeah, I mean, the young quarterback had a couple throws that got away from him to Hargraves down here on the other side, driving down the field. Hopefully he can get composed and make some better throws. And he has, he had Hargraves open on a couple of them. And he just overthrown, had one in the end zone and one, before that. So, the running game to me also needs to pick up a little bit. Wright had a couple of good runs, but they need Fleming and Wright to really take over in the second half.
I agree. Well, I want to apologize to the fans. The sound problem here on my end with the first half, but our great Steve Fryer, who's out here with us, we want to thank Steve so much for coming out and spending his Saturday afternoon here with Wube and I to call this game. But he's fixed that. We're ready to go here in the second half. 2 minutes we've been put back on the clock here. our great timekeeper.
A little band battle at halftime, which was pretty entertaining.
That's fun. Hopewell's got a pretty good number of fans here. Again, it's not the full stadiums we've had in the past, and I do want to ask the Hampton fans, Hampton City fans, that if Phoebus gets a game here next week, it'll be against Yorktown. The winner of this team or this game gets York High School next weekend. Probably a Saturday, I guess we'll be in it.
Either that or
Friday or Saturday.
If Phoebus wins, they'll play here. If Hopewell wins, they'll play at Bailey Field.
Okay, so a Peninsula game either way.
Yes.
Come on out and support these teams. And I know I was speaking to Jeff Bennett, who's the radio voice for the Hopewell team. It sees the same thing up there. The fans sometimes aren't making it out to the games. And so, Hampton folks, come on out and support your teams. We need you out here at the stadium to really add to the electric atmosphere.
I propose to either get students in free with an ID or some kind of spirit week or something to get these kids and fans in the stadium. Because there's so much alums here from each school.
There really are.
It should be more fans here.
Well, I tell you, if we watch Daryl Bryant down here, number 7, warm up for the Phantoms, he's going to play here in the second half, and I think he can be a difference maker for the Phantoms. But to come out and see guys like Daryl Bryant and the rest of his team play, this is guys. Some of these guys you're going to see on Saturday afternoons in a couple of years. So we're waiting now for the kickoff. Preston Hayden, the center of Hopewell, the kicker as well. I understand he's recruited to kick. Now he's playing center. Young man's had a good game so far with his foot.
So deep for Phoebus is Fleming and Hargraves.
Well, I'd love to see Barry Hargrave get a hold of this ball and pick up a few yards, because I love watching him run a football.
Find different ways to get him the ball, that's right.
7-0 Hopewell, start the second half. Hayden, kick it off.
It's going to be picked up by Hargraves, the aforementioned Hargraves. So he has some room. He goes up the middle, far side. This is where he's dangerous. He's going to cut it up the middle. He's going to be stopped. But a good run back by Hargraves.
A little poke had to bring him down at the end, but Barry Hargrave does what we had hoped for and give his team a little energy here. Barry Hargrave is a junior, 6 foot, 186 pounds. There's an extra inch on that guy as far as fat. He is something.
And I'm always intrigued when coaches talk about young players. We heard about him early last year, Frank, on how the coach was really high on him. He's stepping up this year.
Well, he's one of those guys that has to share the ball with everybody else. A talented offensive player, and here comes Chris Daniels.
Daniels with Wright and Fleming in the backfield, under center. Fake the handoff. He's going to go back to pass. It's going to be complete to Bryant. The guy we just talked about is making an immediate impact as soon as he gets in the game.
Daryl Bryant, first play from scrimmage, and he makes a catch. First down for the Phantoms. They're down to the 20.
Bryant had 3 touchdowns last week and an interception against the Bookers.
Well, the defensive stop in the first half and the run back by Hargrave give the Phantoms some electric feeling here on their offensive side. The mighty Tim Young over the ball. Chris Daniels barely visible behind him.
And Frank, what I'll tell you after this play is Daniels goes under center as Edwards goes in motion. Fleming up the middle, stopped by that stout Hopewell defense.
Nothing doing there in the middle. Looks like Hopewell's number 50, Darian Blow.
Blow had a nice play earlier in the game.
Also number 42, Zarion Jones-Walker in on the tackle. This young defense, young offense for the Hopewell Blue Devils. They played well this afternoon. They lead it 7-0, second down and 10.
I was going to say earlier, Frank, when Tim Young came in, this might not be talked about, but he came in and helped on that defensive play. Wilson will get the credit for the tackle, but Young comes in for an injured player, and helps stop that Hopewell offense on the goal line.
I met his mother in the stands earlier, Carolina Young, and her son getting a lot of looks from colleges around the East Coast.
So no gain on that last play by Wright. It's going to be by Fleming. It's going to be 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Clock is stopped. Trying to make a change. Looks like an equipment problem. Phoebus fans not happy with that. They stopped.
Late substitution.
27 comes in. That's Traquan Jones for the Blue Devils in at linebacker.
Now they have Fleming in motion. fake to Fleming. It's going to be another pass play, and he's going to be brought down. That might be a penalty. It is. Another face mask. That's going to be on number 22. That's King.
No, it's 27 that gets the penalty. The one that just came in.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Traquan Jones, a little excited there.
He brought the young quarterback down, but not before he had the face mask.
It's a little slow development. The receiver was open, but Daniels was not, with no time there.
You're right, that was 27.
The official with the call. I guess we're going to get a call. Personal foul face mask. So the 3 face mask penalties called this afternoon.
Looks like that was only a 5-yard penalty though, Frank, wasn't it?
Yeah, the first one was a 5. Yeah, well, they moved half the distance.
Okay, you're right.
So 1st and 10, no.
It's going to be
No, it's going to be 2nd and 3.
so 2nd and 3. Okay, so it's going to be 2nd and 3 from what, the 12-yard line. Feels a little momentum here, like you said, after that big return by Hargraves. Daniels under center, goes to Fleming, he cuts it outside, and he's going to get a first down.
Good speed on the defensive end by Reeves and Murphy, but not time to stop first down by Fleming. That's what you were looking for, Wube. See a little more Fleming here in the second half.
How about Bryant? First play, he gets in the game, gets a great catch to move the offense.
So 1st and goal now for the Phantoms from just about their 8-yard line.
As you see, Phoebus still passing the ball. They still have a lot of faith in that young quarterback.
Now Cuffey on Hargrave out here on the near side, man-to-man. And watch Barry Hargrave get his body position.
They're going to give it to Wright. Wright stumbles up the middle, still on his feet.
You know, if Wright got any closer like that time, he'd push the ambulance back. That was just all Daniel Wright.
Yeah, he has to come out. His helmet came off, so now Wilson comes in for him.
I think he may have been hit before he even got the ball, and yet was able to push the ball down to the 5. Good pickup of 3 yards by Daniel Wright. 2nd and 5.
2nd and goal from the 5 is Phoebus driving. This is the closest they've been. Best drive so far of the game.
Tim Young with that big line around him. Turn Slade in now, back in, and he's at left guard, it looks like.
Daniels goes to Fleming. Fleming up the middle. He was close to a touchdown, and he is no signal yet. He's going to be short. They're going to mark him like inside the 1.
Hargrave had him in for a touchdown, but the guy that mattered did not. So it'll be real close to a touchdown. 3rd here in looks like about a foot.
Yeah.
Just short of the goal line.
In comes Daniel Wright, who's what we call human Mr. Foot. He can get the foot.
All inside the 1.
Daniels maybe can just punch it in with that big
Well,
offensive
you got
line.
Tim Young. Why don't you just stick to his backside and have
Just
Tim
go right
Young
in.
fall forward?
That's right.
Boy, that's a big line matchup right there. Tim Young and then all the Hopewell guys. And it is going to be Daniels, and he's in.
And easily.
Touchdown, Chris Daniels. Phoebus with the big run back by Barry Hargrave. Drive it down, and Chris Daniels takes it across. 7-6 now, extra point coming in. Here comes Cameron Moss.
Extra point pending. This is where the nerves come, Frank, for the special teams part of the ball game.
Really? Gonna say he practiced plenty. Let's see if he can kick it over. Ball down.
The kick is up, and it is going to be no good. Oh,
To the left. To the left. So 7-6, the Peninsula District for the 2nd day in a row, down 7-6.
And Hopewell High School Blue Devils 7 with 8:37.
Well, good ball game here. Phantoms with a fast start in the 2nd quarter. They trail it by 1 now.
But what was encouraging, Frank, is the drive and the return by Hargrave. The momentum still coming off of that defensive stand at the end of the first half. and their ability to move the ball.
And let's see, then you know that Coach Rick Irby has gone in the locker room and talked to his team about particularly that last offensive series where they ended up at the 1-yard line and couldn't get the ball in. Now the Phantoms are going to show their defense. Darryl Bryant, though, available to play.
Which is going to be huge on defense as well. I mean, he did have a catch on offense, but his specialties defenses, he was, again, named the player of the year, defensive player of the year.
757.
Recruit 757, right?
Andy Hilton group.
Yes, Andy Hilton.
It's good that don't see Andy here today.
And see some of his
Big supporter.
workers here.
Yeah. Big supporter of Peninsula District football.
So this is Wallace doing the kickoff. It's going to be deep number 6 is Sean Allen, who caught the touchdown pass. Looks like it's going to be picked up by number 4.
Trey Henderson.
Trey Henderson, a freshman. Another freshman on the team producing for Hopewell.
Yeah, good leg work by Henderson. Brings it up close to the 40. Here comes the Phantom defense.
I just hope that extra point doesn't come back to haunt him, Frank. I mean, that was huge, but we'll see what happens later in the game. The defense has to make a stop here.
It is it's a big part of the football game in the playoffs, is that kicking game.
Yes, it is.
You know, there are some districts in this country that have kickers at every school. They fight to go to be the kicker. Just don't have a lot. I don't think there's a lot in Virginia.
So Cuffy in the shotgun. Goes to, actually he keeps. Cuffy keeps. And Charity brings him down right around the neck area.
Charity's made some very good tackles today. Damian Charity.
Wow.
Charity, the senior, 6'1", 173-pounder.
He's also a track star on the Phoebus state championship team. Coached by former coach of Phoebus, Ron Baton, one of our friends of the program.
Coach Irby takes a long time to get the plays in. Everybody looks at the wristband, they're ready to go. Cuffy.
So Cuffy's going to go back to pass. It's going to be complete to number 5 as Bryant makes the tackle. That's number 5 is Demonier Taylor.
Tyler Baldwin missed the tackle. He's got to hang on. The young man, he's a sophomore, had a great year out there, 6'1", 174-pounder, but not able to bring him down. First down picked up by Cuffy. And I expected Coach Irby to come up with a lot of different things, and we're going to see a big combination here, the run and the pass. 3 receivers left.
And that spread, which is being put into a lot of these high school programs around the country. Cuffy this time is going to fake the walk and have some pressure. Incomplete.
Bounce pass.
No whistle.
Incomplete. No whistles.
That's Sean Allen.
Awful late.
Incomplete pass. No bounce passes forward in football. Good catch by Allen on the bounce.
Good bounce pass.
So 2nd and 10 for the Blue Devils. Cuffy, a sprinter, Coach Baton? A sprinter or a middle distance?
Charity?
I mean Charity.
Sprinter.
Yeah. Ron Baton with us today up in the booth.
So Cuffy this time goes to Briggs, the freshman. He breaks tackles, but he's not going to go very far. The rest of the defense comes and wraps him up. That's Gilliam on number 51.
How in the world does he get that spot when he keeps running?
Man, I don't know.
Generous spot. A spot that came with a bow on it.
They gave him 3 yards after that.
He kept running. Maybe, but every yard in this game, in a 7-6 ball game against a really good team like Hopewell, every yard counts.
It does.
3rd and 14.
So 3rd and 14 for Cuffy. He's been in the shotgun all day. He has Walker behind him, high snap. It's going to be false start against Hopewell.
Well, and then the line judge over here, he dropped the flag late.
Wow. Snap infraction break.
Yeah, must have picked it up.
Yeah.
Hayden has done a good job out there for the Blue Devils. That time maybe just snapped it early and put it back down.
That's right.
Darryl Bryant goes back to what we call a safety spot. It's where he starts, the linebacker. Big hitter, too, which is what the Phantoms need to do. 3rd and about
so it's 3rd and 19. Cuffy, rollout, near side. Going to be a pass is complete. He's trying
It
to
is
slip.
slipped, yeah.
That was complete to Kadarius Singleton.
Well, the Phantoms are closing in. Picks up about 8 yards. Fourth down. You're going to see Preston Hayden drop back punt.
So my question is, who snaps the ball?
The guy just caught it. No, it's number 63. We'll get him in the box. Or Jaden Kelly is going to do the snap.
Number 66, Preston Hayden.
But Hayden has done a great job punting. Hayden with the punt.
Almost blocked. Wilson almost had out the block. This is
Bryce Bailey is going to pick it up after a couple bounces, and he stopped.
well. Bryce Bailey thought that Barry Hargrave was going to catch it. They had a little miscommunication there. Bailey said he would pick it up if it was in the middle of Interstate 64 and run
He's
it.
always going to pick that up.
Sure-handed, but it's good field position for the Phantoms from their own 21. Chris Daniels, with all those offensive tools, he's going to have to spread it around a little bit, try to throw this good Hopewell defense off balance.
So 1st and 10, 7-6 Hopewell, 5:32 left.
Fast-moving ball game on Saturday afternoon here in Hampton. Beautiful day to be out for some football.
Great football weather.
Again, I'm so glad we could get Steve to come with us today. Steve Fryer done a great job.
So Daniels under center. Tim Young to center, and it's going to be a false start by Phoebus.
That Slade that time just jumped a little early.
Phantoms will be charged with a false start.
Slade, good to see Slade back in there.
And he was hurt a little earlier in the game.
That line is Jeremy Fullwood, Cameron Wilson on the right side. Tim Young is the center. Slade has stepped in for Donovan Cooper. Jamal Waheed. Yeah, Jamal Waheed on the left tackle spot. So little change in the offensive line.
This time it goes to right. Good tackle.
A good backup by the linebacker, actually, for the defensive back, number 2, Reason Murphy, who's had a good defensive game today.
Great game.
Devil.
Yeah.
Tackle number 3, Ray Thomas. Of the Blue Devils.
So that's going to be 2nd and 13
2nd and 13.
for Phoebus on the 18-yard line.
Trying to force the Phantoms into throwing the ball.
See Bryce Bailey in the game, goes far side with Hargraves.
Man-to-man coverage on Hargrave.
And they're going to look his way.
Hargrave just run right past that. Nice look out.
Good pass to Hargraves. They saw the mismatch, Frank, on the far side.
It was a complete pass. It wasn't a good one in that Hargraves had to go back 4 yards to catch it. And Daniels, again, but that can really make the difference right there. He made that connection. And now he can be a little more comfortable back there. It's good pass rush by the Blue Devils. They've got to be real pleased with what they've been able to do against this tough Phoebus line.
Sometimes they had Cuffey on him. Cuffey, I don't think, is out there on defense right now. The William & Mary commit, which he will be playing defense in college. Hargraves again far side.
And he's man-to-man coverage. That's why you got to keep looking out there, because Hargraves can outrun anybody.
He's going to go to Fleming. Fleming gets
a good push. Good push up there.
Let's see where they mark it. Looks like he got 2 or 3 yards on that run.
Trying to see who was up there right in the middle of it for the Phantoms on the line. Left side, Slade and Waheed.
It's going to be, they
Second
gave him
in about
3.
6.
Yeah,
it's 3 or 4.
Yeah.
Tim Young over the ball. Big man waiting for Chris Daniels to give him the sign.
This time Daniels in shotgun. He's been mixing it up a lot. Between shotgun under center. High snap. Daniels goes near side. He has right as a blocker.
Hargrave open again.
He's going to get sacked, slammed down.
No horse collar,
but that's
no
going to
call. And him in the middle of the back of the shirt. No call. But Hargrave's open, and Daniel's not throwing the ball quick enough. Hargrave's wide open. That time, the defensive back, number 28, Jaleel Pope, gave Hargraves 8 yards. And again, Barry Hargrave's going to be open anytime. So let's see if they can go to it now. I know Jeremy Blunt saw that. It was right in front of him. Daniels with the play.
Daniels is getting pressured a lot, Frank, when he rolls out.
Well, the Reggie Ruffin, defensive end on our side here, number 30, has played a great game.
Freshman.
55, Keontae Tarver, Darian Blow, number 50. All three have played well. 3 down line.
You see Cuffey back in there on defense. Shotgun for Phoebus. Daniels is going to go down. Actually, he's still up. It's going to be a flag. Let's see what that is. That might be a hold.
Hold or a face mask, and we'll see.
That might be again.
Oh, it's going to be a hold. Yeah.
It's a hold.
So if they're going to decline it, Irby already indicated he's going to decline it. Again, very casual officiating positioning, not quite what we're used to here in the Peninsula District. But it's going to be a 4th down. Here comes Emmanuel Johnson in to punt for the Phantoms.
Man.
Senior 5'9" kicker is going to have to boot one out there now. He's got Reason Murphy in the back, along with number 6, Sean Allen. 7-6 ball game, Wu Bay. It's going to be a close one.
It's going to come down to the end. As they're coming to, almost had a chance to block that one. Allen's just going to let it go and bounce. It's going to go.
Oh, it stays in bounds.
To about the 42.
We'll see where they spot it. Yeah, 43-yard line. So Johnson gets a good boot that time away from the receivers. In particular, the touchdown receiver, Allen. And the Phantoms get a good roll there. 1st and 10, Blue Devils from their own 43.
Need a good defensive play here. Defense might have to get a score or get a huge turnover here to turn this game back around, because the offense hasn't done much besides that one drive.
Well, let's see. The Phantoms line up against this big machine that is Hopewell.
So Cuffey in the shotgun. Fakes to Walker. He's going to go back to pass. Has a man wide open, but Charity is there to knock it down.
That time it's a really good play by Sean Allen of the Blue Devils, because he saved the interception.
Yeah,
Charity thought that action was thrown to him.
He read it perfectly.
Charity's shaking up a little bit on that play, maybe the right arm, but hopefully he's going to stay.
Yeah.
I think if you lost a leg, you couldn't get him out of there. We saw that last year with Jonathan Gregory.
Yeah.
He did lose a leg and couldn't get him out of there. Arm, that's what it was, one arm.
Against Blacksburg.
State level safety.
Phoebus showing blitz. Cuffey this time goes to Walker. And they had him in the backfield, but they're going to maybe give him 2 yards after that.
Joshua Austin waiting for him at the line of scrimmage. Good running back, brings it up. It's a Charity yard there. 3-yard pickup. 3rd down and 7. The defense of the Phantoms coming alive here when it needs to. And the offense to follow suit. Chris Daniels down there talking about to Daniel Wright. They try to get ready for this next series.
So 3rd and 7 from the 46. Shotgun by Hopewell. Cuffey back to pass is going to be complete, but he's going to be short of the 1st down.
The hold. My goodness. Josiah Silver got pulled down right in front of the official. No hold. That opened up that side and could get the pass off.
So the defense holds.
It does hold. Everybody was holding. The defense held and the right tackle held. But Phantoms get the ball back here. Preston Hayden back to kick. Hayden does it all. He's the one they had to go recruit. They promised him a lot of playing time. The young man's done well as a junior.
He's getting a lot of playing time as he gets the snap. Phoebus almost with the block.
Very nearly blocked.
This time it's going to go back to Bailey.
And he right behind Hargrave, and they didn't know he was back there.
Bailey. Good move by Bailey. He just drags number 24, Williams, about 5 yards in the process.
Bryce Bailey. Hargrave had no idea he caught the ball. And if he did, I think that's a touchdown run back. But as it is, brings it back to the midfield line.
You know, both returns, Frank, from Hargraves and Bailey were maybe one play away from breaking the whole thing to the end zone.
So what you're saying, Wube, you think Jeremy Blunt knows what he's doing by putting those two guys back there?
I think he's doing a good job by doing that.
Here comes mighty Tim Young, and they're going to go. Here comes the
tempo.
Phantoms.
1 minute left in the third quarter. 7-6 Hopewell.
You can feel the energy both from the team and in the stands right now.
Daniels in the shotgun. They're going to pass. It's going to be complete to Edwards. I'm sorry, to Fleming.
Fleming thinking he normally has to step out of bounds. That time he turned around. The quarterback over here is giving the receivers 8 yards.
And he lowered his shoulder on number 28. That's Jaleel Pope. Pope's still feeling that one.
Jaleel Pope, the sophomore, facing the receivers like he hadn't seen before this year. Nobody covering the guy on the right. Snapped the ball.
Daniels is going to hike the ball, but it's going to be a flag. It's going to be a false start.
There is no reason for that other than they were anxious to go. The cornerback had completely abandoned Fleming.
They were switching players, Frank, and nobody came over to cover Fleming.
Jeremy Blunt saying, okay, guys, settle down. We're all right. 1st and 15 now, but we're okay.
You know, this is something completely different for Phoebus. We're not used to the up-tempo.
Well, everybody in the stand saw Pope abandon the wide receiver, and Fleming, if he'd had a little radio, he had called him.
You see, now they have Cuffey on Fleming here
and they do, and it's man-to-man coverage on all 3 Phoebus receivers.
It's going to be a fake to right. It's going to be a pass to Hargraves. This is where he's great.
And only a great tackle by the defensive player of the game so far, Reason Murphy.
Oh, yeah, he would have been gone. Again, they're one tackle away from breaking it. So in high school, when first down stopped the clock, that was a first down slant play from Daniels to Hargraves.
Dickie Van Dyke, like he's going to need his muscles rubbed down after this game from flashing the signal so fast.
Daniels again, shotgun. Phoebus just showing pass. This quarter, good move by Daniels. And he's going to stiff on, but Cuffey, that's why he's going to win in there with a great play.
Yeah, he fought off the block of Fleming and made the tackle, but a great play by the sophomore quarterback who's starting to feel more comfortable. You can see him and Daniel Wright talking. Well, between as the defense was out there, the senior settling down the sophomore, and now he's feeling the energy of the crowd.
And Frank, very unusual for us to see Phoebus in the up-tempo offense, just being here so many years with the running style. But they're going up-tempo here with passes. As they get right, bounces off a tackle. He's still on his feet.
That is number 55, Keontae Carter, who's got to weigh 270, 280 pounds. He just got the old shoulder right there.
So it's 4 seconds left. They're going to get right the first down that run. 4 seconds left in the third quarter.
They're going to snap it here. Keep going the right way. 2, 1, snap it. They got it off.
They got it off. Daniels back to pass. Doesn't say anything, and he's going to get wrapped up. He's going to get sacked.
All right, that's going to be the quarter. Phoebus scores 1 touchdown, misses the extra point. 7-6 lead holds for the Hopewell Blue Devils. The 4 fingers come out now for the Phantoms. They play all year long for this 4th quarter in November, and here they go. It's going to be 2nd and 15 as they go the other way. They're going to go to the west end here in the 4th quarter. The wind really is out of the northwest, so it's not much impact on the game so far. Clouded. We've got a little more cloud cover than we expected today. And it's chilled down a little bit. Fortunately, one of us is wearing his undershirt to keep it, and the other one's got his camel hair jacket on. While we had the break, I want to thank our sponsors. We have sponsors. It's called the Gabray family and the Edgar family. And I want to thank our wives for putting up with us as we disappear on Friday nights and sometimes Saturday afternoon. My wife and daughter are actually celebrating today. I got home today from the office at 11, and they were all dolled up to go out. So I don't know what this afternoon is costing me, but I guarantee you it's costing me a lot of money.
Well, I'm sure it is. You have to check that credit card receipt.
I am not there to put my foot down. I don't know what the Gabray girls are doing today.
They're probably out somewhere too. They're usually here. When I don't hear from them, Frank, I know something's up. So who knows where they are. But
well, I want to thank them, and I know that Steve Fryer wants to thank his family too,
right,
as he snuck out today to do our camera work.
You know, to be serious, we do it because we love it. But you know, we love sports. We love bringing sports to the local area, especially Hampton, and you know, we want to continue to bring sports to the community here. It's just somewhat of our way of giving back, Frank, to show some of the talents we have here in Hampton.
Well, we certainly we appreciate our fans letting our school system know how much they appreciate having us here. All right, here go the Phantoms. 12 minutes go in the ball game. 7-6 Hopewell.
2nd and 14 from the 18. Daniels in shotgun. They've showed a lot of up-tempo here. Is he going to give it to right up the middle? He bounces off.
Mighty Tim Young there, yeah.
It's going to be
up over the 15.
Yeah. I'm assuming this is going to be 4-down territory for Phoebus.
I would think so. Or they may try the field goal.
Maybe.
Cameron Moss,
he can kick it.
He kicked it very well in warm-ups, and he was going this way in
that
warm-up.
way. That's a great point.
So the Phantoms very comfortable here. Fans are coming alive now, and that's the great part of this. The Phoebus crowd, they're not as big as they usually are, but they are excited about this game.
That's right. So 3rd and 10 from the 14. Daniels in the shotgun. Trips near side. Right in the backfield. Goes back to pass. He has some blockage and some room. He's going to get off. He's going to break a couple tackles. I don't know if he's going to be in the first down. It looks like he lost the ball.
Loose, but he right on top of it. So the Phantoms, I think they called him down before they lost the ball, but it's 4th and about 4, maybe 3 yards.
So what do you do here, Frank? I mean, they look like they're going to probably go for it.
You spread it out and give it to somebody like Fleming, or you look for Barry Hargraves, who
caught that slant earlier, late in the 3rd quarter.
So the Phantoms don't go for it. They're going to call it, get a huddle here and talk about it. They're not going to call timeout. They do have time, but they got to get out there. Hargraves right with Fleming. Excuse me,
Edwards and Fleming in the slot.
All up go.
So Wright,
Big Daniel Wright
behind in the backfield. The tight end is Dale Bryant. Keep an eye on him. He can easily slip through.
Man-to-man on the right side. Everybody now. The
showing
receiver
blitz.
comes off.
So they're going to blitz.
Throw it.
It's going to be
There you
to
go.
Wright. Wright with it's going to get stopped. And it's going to get short.
That's Trey Henderson with the stop, and a very good play by Henderson. Henderson, a freshman, and he makes a wonderful tackle to stop the Phoebus drive right about the 9-yard line.
It's a good play call, the blitz, but Hopewell's defense with that speed in the backfield, back end, tackle right for a short on the 4th down.
I didn't get a chance to watch Bryant that time. He was lined up on the left side. I didn't see if he was covered at all, but good play on both sides. Blue Devils get the ball here. Phantoms need to stop them. Can't get the ball back. Good field position.
McCuffey in the shotgun at the 9-yard line. Now Phoebus showing blitz. They're going to give it to Briggs.
No, Briggs, excuse me.
That freshman sensation running back for Hopewell.
He beats the blitz and able to step up, pick up a few yards, 4 yards downfield.
So Silver on the tackle.
And the sophomore.
So they gave Briggs 2 yards.
I got him 4, yeah.
I gave him 4, I'm sorry. So it's going to be 2nd and 6. On the 13-yard line. Defense has to step up here. 9 minutes and 30 seconds left.
And starting to stand in the crowd here as the Phantom energy starts to spread. Defense needs a hold here. They got the good stop at the end of the first half. Let's see if they can get it here in the 4th quarter.
Cuffey, shotgun.
That kind of Briggs.
Give it to Briggs. That guy is so elusive. It's going to be a flag.
What, he tackled him too hard again? I've seen that call a couple times. That was a good stop by the Phantom D. It's going to be a hold on
Hopewell.
Hopewell, and the question is, do you push him back?
I would say yes.
It's only a 5-yard penalty, right? Because it's half the distance. They're going to decide. I think they're going to. Take it back. They're going to take it back. Yeah, Blunt and his coaching staff talk it over. They're going to move them back.
Penalty is accepted by the Phantom.
Phantom defense playing extremely well. They had the one broken play.
Yep.
Otherwise, they played well today.
And of course, the missed extra point. I just hope that doesn't come back to haunt Phoebus. Right now, it's going to be what, second and
about 12.
12.
Phoebus trusting the defense. Going to do it again here on second down. Let's see if they can. They got to keep your eye on Briggs.
That's Walker down the backfield. Trips near side. Everybody looks for the wristband. It's Cuffy on the eve of his end zone. It's going to be a flag. It'll be a false start against Hopewell.
Maybe on one of the receivers. They had 3 of them out here. Moving back again.
So that's what?
2.5 yards.
Can't go for it.
3.5 yards.
This is where a guy like Austin on the end comes around that edge and try to get that sack for that safety.
Now Slade comes out and moves pretty well for the guy that got hurt. He's moving pretty well, and that's good. It's maybe a cramp. But they put in number 20 for the Phantoms, Khalif Burgess, who's come in on short yardage, 5'8", 215, so he takes up a lot of space horizontally. But he's in, and that allows the defenders to drop back, basically the 4-man front.
So Cuffy's going to pass. It's going to be complete on the flat. And good pursuit by Phoebus. That's going to be Sean Allen.
And Latrell Smith fought off a good block. Was able to get to the feet at the same time that the other guys got to the top of the receiver.
So if you're Hopewell here, you're just not trying to make a huge mistake, a huge turnover inside the red zone. As they got to the 11-yard line.
It's 3rd and 8.
Yeah.
They're going to speed up a little bit. Both teams with all 3 timeouts left here in the second half. Everybody looks at their wristband. Clock running. Cuffy waiting for his team to read the wristbands.
3rd and 8 from the 11. Cuffy back to pass, far side. He's going to have a chance to get it, and it's going to be incomplete.
And it was a mistake. Charity came up too far. It's a mistake by Charity. That time, the Phantoms luck out. Tylen Baldwin, who's been challenged today, the sophomore is facing a really good offense, and Charity stepped up too close.
That was Taylor, Frank. He was open. He just dropped it.
So 4th down now, and the big defensive play. This is where Preston Hayden going to earn his money. Meanwhile, Bryce Baldwin and Barry Hargraves back.
This is going to be this is where they excel. Their special teams have been great so far in the return game.
They've been close on the block today, Ray. Let's see if they can get one here.
So Hayden in the end zone as he comes out. It's going to be a short kick. You have to watch out where you are. Hargraves is going to take it. Why do that? Hargraves just going to let it drop.
Hargraves just cost the Phantoms 10 yards.
I know he's a playmaker. Yes, he wants to make a play.
Well, still good field position for the Phantoms. Mistake by Hargraves, but good field position for the Phantoms.
When you have that athletic ability, you want the ball in your hands at every point. I know he wants to make a play, but
we don't know where to run, but he does get it up the 46-yard line. So Phantoms have it. They have plenty of time. 7:31 to go here in the 4th. They trail it by 1. They do have Moss on the sideline, who should be, rather than watching the game, warming up. Hint, hint, sideline Cameron Moss. They may need that leg here. So here come the Phantoms. Hargrave left, man-to-man, guarded by Greg Cuffy, the defensive back going to William Mary. So a good matchup.
And they have Fleming far side. I like when they have him as a receiver.
Pope is the one they've been picking
up. Oh man, a low snap. Daniel still picks it up.
Time.
It's gonna be almost complete to Bryant.
Good job,
and Bailey was
unbelievably no interference with the defensive back. Reason Murphy at his feet, but I don't think the officials are quick enough for this game. I will give you that. I think they are really. These two teams are multi-talented and fast.
The referee that's slowing them down. That's right. That's right.
I just think they're not. It's kind of. I've seen basketball officials do that. Here comes Daniels with the play. Ron Baton thinks this is my last game, but I think he agrees with me.
2nd and 10 from the 46. 7:24 left in this ball game. Phoebus is trailing 7-6. Daniel shotgun.
Good line
goes
work
back
that
to pass.
time.
It's going to be complete.
Excellent offensive line work that time.
So
And they dropped another linebacker back. That's what the difference has been. They're not blitzing on that one. And Daniels, with a nice pass, picks up the 1st down. Everybody settles down now.
So Fleming, Frank, being put at receiver today. Haven't seen much of that during the season. A new wrinkle from the offense.
Jeremy Blunt probably counting on that.
Yeah.
Because Coach Irby's got his team ready.
Yes.
This has been this is as equal a game as the scoreboard shows right now.
And we all thought it would be this way.
Let's go, White!
And now you have Fleming near side with Cuffey. So with that said, you have a mismatch somewhere.
It's Hargrave.
It's Hargrave.
Human mismatch.
Hargrave goes in motion. They fake it to him. Then Daniels keeps it.
Big play out there. That's 22.
Yeah.
That's Nivon King, who they've been touting as the big sack man. That's his second tackle for loss today.
I think that might have been a busted play.
King, who's played very well for the Blue Devils this year, makes the tackle, second in about 14.
So Daniels gets to play. They lost 4.
We haven't mentioned Will's Barbecue yet, have we? I'm trying to spur us on here. Will's Barbecue waits for us here at the end of this game. We got to get the win.
Hopewell radio broadcast team went over there before the game.
He found it.
Right down the street from Dartmouth Stadium here. Shotgun.
Here comes a
By
blitz.
Daniels. Daniels gets out of it. He's going to run, and he gets hit.
Oh, and he laid a shoulder in to the cornerback, number 3, Dre Thomas. But that's good to see Chris Daniels. We've seen more athleticism from him today than we've seen the entire year.
I agree.
I mean, Hampton and Woodside, neither one of them challenged him as much today, and he has really come together.
That's right. So it's another huge third down. This is like we say this every drive. Another interesting spot for the officials. It's going to be
Daniels is he's just fast.
Yes, he is.
Mighty Tim Young over the ball. With the equally big Keontae Tarver right over top him. Those two have really had a matchup today.
Great battle. High snap. Goes to right. Right's going to be short.
That time the hole's there, but it filled quickly by Dre Thomas on the cornerback. Nice play by him. At the feet was number 34 as well, Cox. The two of them, again, defense has been great.
Yeah. So it's going to be a huge fourth down, Frank. It's going to be 4th and 4.
Jeremy Blunt going to take time out, and he's going to talk over this fourth down play. He's going to probably try to draw him off. Coach Dickie Van Dyke with the hat off now, the tape on the finger.
So interesting. What do they do here, Frank?
Well, the officials didn't call for the clock to stop, and they're going to talk over the time here. He was going to get back a few seconds. Herman drove right on top of things, but there's not a sign to him. He was calling the timeout again. A little bit lack of the formality has caused. It's just made it more difficult to interpret what's going on out there. But it's 4th and 4. That's the main number for the Phantoms. Jeremy Blunt and strong coaching staff. Saw our friend Rob Robinson here today. We were one of our halftime guests. He's been wonderful to join us this season. He's a big part of the Phoebus program for years. He's out here today.
See a lot of former players too, Frank.
Nice crowd.
Harry Lewis.
Harry Lewis still at Virginia Tech?
I'm not sure he can transfer somewhere else.
He was a fine young man. We had him do that night. He did the opening for City Council,
Yeah.
the motions for City Council. Nice young man. All right, big 4th down play.
Huge 4th down for Phoebus. They're going to put Daniels in the shotgun.
Hargrave man-to-man over there. Not Cuffey, it's Pope, I think, with Hargrave.
Shotgun, they have Jalen White in the backfield. Daniels is going to get the first down, and he's going to get a lot more if he gets stacked around the 30-yard line.
The whistle should blow sometime before the shoulder to the face mask.
He got hit 3 times after he was there.
He has shown some toughness today. We haven't seen the whole year.
I haven't seen it.
We've called, 2 or 3 of their games this year, and we haven't seen this kind of physical play by Chris Daniels, the sophomore.
So this is going to come down to the wire, as we thought it would, Frank. 1st and 10 from the Hopewell 30.
Coming down to 4 minutes and 30 seconds left. This is the drive.
As it's been Daniels' legs more than his arm in this drive.
Again, Hargrave matched up with Cuffey near. Fleming right.
Fleming has a mismatch far side.
Daryl Bryant sneaking out there, the tight end.
Goes to Jalen White. He has a spin move. It spins off of the tackle, but he's tackled again by number 30.
Yeah,
that's Ruffin, the freshman. He's been all over the field today.
Good spin move by White, though, to avoid the first hit.
It really was. The play it didn't come together like it should. Out goes number 20 to retrieve a shoe. So Lee Burgess, he gets
that might be a rib pad. So they gave him one, Frank, on the White run. So it's going to be 2nd and 9 from the 29. They're going with Jalen White, the sophomore.
Now you got Pope man-to-man and nobody on Phoebus's Bryce Bailey.
Daniels in the
Now
shot.
they're man-to-man.
Going to be an incomplete pass.
Bad pass.
Bad pass by Wright.
Look right down the middle. Daryl Bryant wide open. The only guy guarding him was the back judge.
Yeah.
So Daniels. And Daryl Bryant says, I'm number 7. I'm in the middle. Look for me.
Ah, man, another huge third down. It's 3rd and 9 from the 29. 40-yard territory here for Phoebus.
Phoebus line has got to hold. Give Daniels a little time because the receiver's going to be open. All man-to-man.
Bailey was open for a quick second. Daniels, shotgun. Good block by Jalen White, but he's going to get sacked.
Mistake. He went the wrong way. The pocket was forming to the left, and Daniels goes the wrong way.
That's that youth that we talked about.
Yep. Mistake, and he knows it.
He's hit himself in the helmet. He knows he made a mistake.
Young man's played well, but this time he's going to, now it's a 4th down.
Got to go for it here. He probably could have, if he came near side, he probably could have ran.
Well, he certainly had it open. On the left side, the near side was much better for him.
So it's 4th and 18 from the 38.
Well, this is where you've had to trust Hargrave. There's still nobody guarding it. The slot receiver on the far side.
Because Daniels wasn't ready for it. He's going to have to get rid of it. He's going to throw it, and he has.
And he's going to
just missed Hargrave, and Hargrave was open.
I didn't know you could overthrow Barry
Oh,
Hargrave.
man, he was open.
He had to throw it quick and just let him too far. There's nothing Hargrave could do. He was running full speed.
Oh, man, that was the chance they had.
Well, they got 2 timeouts left and 2:38 to go. It's up to the defense now to get the Phantoms the ball back.
Wow. Well,
there was a touchdown play,
It
but
was.
Hargrave just couldn't catch up to it. If anybody could, it was Barry Hargrave. So the Phantom defense now, it's on their shoulders.
so the defense, 1st and 10 from the 38. 2:38 left. Phoebus trails 7-6. Cuffey in the shotgun. Goes to Walker. He's knocked in the backfield. That's Gilliam, 51.
Yep, what a play. Good time for Austin Gilliam to jump in and make the play. Time called. Phantoms call the timeout. It's just that time Herman was able, he'd get a signal. They have 1 timeout left.
So the Phantoms looking to play on the Thanksgiving holiday here. They'll play the winner of this game will play the York Falcons.
And you say that York will host?
Yeah,
if it's Hopewell.
If it's Hopewell, they'll host. They're the 3 seed.
So 2nd and about 13. I can't imagine Hopewell putting it in the air, but
No, I don't think so. But the way that the Phoebus defensive line's playing right now, but you never know. They could maybe put him to sleep with a pass here.
yeah, this is where you need Daryl Bryant to make the pick. He's been the guy right in the middle looking for it. Charity and Bryant at the safe, what would look like the safety spot.
Yeah, 2nd and 13 here.
I imagine Hopewell's going to keep it on the ground. Just need a fumble.
Need something. Cuffey goes to the shotgun. He's going to keep.
Come this way.
Good tackle made by Daryl Bryant.
Yep.
His presence is felt, Frank.
Yes, it really is. Time called, not called, so they're going to let the clock run here.
It's going to be a huge 3rd down here. It's going to be about, what, 3rd and 10?
Ball is set. I don't know what the delay is. Ball is set. I have no idea what the delay is. Time, clock is running.
3rd and 9 from the 39. Phoebus defense has to hold here.
Coach Irby tells Cuffy just to wait.
Yeah, why not?
The game clock, play clock must be running. Can't see from here.
They're going to take as long as they can here.
Yep, now we're under 10 seconds.
Now Hopewell will call a timeout. Huge 3rd down here, Frank. 3rd and 9 from the 39 for Hopewell.
Exciting ball game, Wube.
Well, we knew it was going to be a close game. You know, again, the one mistake on the Phoebus defense and then the missed extra point is what the difference is.
And mistakes are what gets you beat in a game like this. You told me, I think it was Monday, your email said this Hopewell team is going to give them in trouble, and they've given them trouble.
Well, I mean, spread offense has always given Phoebus fits. And, you know, when you have 2 Division I prospects or 2 Division I commits on the other side of the ball, it's always going to be tough no matter how you look at it. Of course, Cuffy's going to William Mary and Walker going to Indiana University. And then you throw the freshman in there, Briggs.
Briggs has been the big offensive weapon. It's funny that the offensive star, Walker, has really not had any impact today. It's going to be Briggs in the backfield with Cuffy.
So huge 3rd down for Phoebus.
They need to stop it, so they call a timeout. They go to the punt.
They've hung their hat on defense all year. So let's see what they can do here. 3rd and 9 from the 39. 1:45 left in the 4th quarter. They're going to give it to Briggs, and Briggs is going to get stopped with maybe a yard, but nonetheless, Phoebus calls timeout. And what would be great now if that Hargrave can get the ball back.
No, the time's gone.
The clock is still running.
So there's a little bit of confusion. That should go back to 136. I think 136 is what because they did signal cross hands. So there's going to be a discussion.
He's going to.
Yeah, they're going to get it straight. There you go, right back to 135. That's good. Good communication there.
So
132.
There's going to be now. I think they're happy with the 135. That's exactly what it should be. Herman right on top of it as always.
So Frank.
So this is your big play.
Yeah,
Now you put your big runners back. This is where Hargrave can get a chance. He or Bryce Bailey.
This is why you have the athletes you have, Frank. In situations like this, you know, 1 or 2 athletes on a team can make a difference, and this is where, you know, Bailey, Hargrave. Again, we talked about the Lake Taylor game that he had. Great game he had at Lake Taylor. He returned a punt, had a big play on the pass play. So I would assume they're going to try to avoid that, but
they each have played well here. What you don't want is roughing the kicker.
Yeah, you don't want.
You want a good. You don't want the roughing the kicker.
But you do want to put pressure.
Oh yeah, and the snaps have been high. So but the Phoebus have just got to go out and play hard here, and they control their time now themselves.
Oh man, now it's going to be a penalty on Phoebus. That's going to be against Phoebus, but it's only going to be a 5-yard penalty, right?
We got 12 men on the field. Number 40 came on late.
Oh man, is that a 1st down?
Malik Jenkins, the junior, on late. I don't know who sent him on.
They're going to be short. It's still going to be short.
Still, it's 5 yards.
They're going to get a 1st down.
They're going to come back out.
Is that 4th or 1st?
No, that's not a 1st down, but it's 4th down 2.
And it looks like they're going to think about this, Frank.
And if you're Irby, I think you don't.
I wouldn't try it.
But,
you maybe try to jump them off sides or something like that.
There's a mistake there. That's going to fall on Jeremy Blunt and his staff's hands there.
I saw him come out. The player came out there. Looks like it was number 40.
It was 40 that came out, but I'm not sure he's the one in the wrong.
So it's going to be 4th and 2, and they're going to bring out the offense again to maybe either try to jump.
D. So this is the ball game right here.
Or maybe they just try to jump them off sides. We'll see.
Play the game right here. Ball's on the 46-yard line of the Blue Devils. Phantoms line up.
We'll see what happens here. They are going to go for it.
It's Walker.
It's Cuffy. He's going to try to get it out there. He's not going to get it, Frank. The defense holds. And it's a As they say he was down.
Holy mackerel, that time they get a quick whistle. Then they get a quick whistle.
But that's great. Phoebus has great field position now. I don't know if I would punt the ball, Frank.
Oh, I think so.
But that's why I'm up here.
That's right. That's right.
So Phoebus gets the ball around the same spot they had it before.
So, Phantoms with 1:27 to go. They have no timeouts.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
So they're going to have to control the clock themselves. But Jeremy Blunt's going to come out and get with his quarterback and say, this is what we're going to do, fellas. Fans come to their feet. Fans come to their feet.
Fans don't know whether to calm down or cheer. The offense is
Here
on the
come the
field.
fan. Well, Phoebus' game, their future's in their hands. And in the hands of their sophomore quarterback, Chris Daniels.
1st and 10 from the 44.
Man-to-man coverage again, Ube.
Hopewell showing blitz. Daniels back to pass. He has time. It's going to be incomplete.
No.
Again, not the pass I thought. You got Hargrave
The cuff is on him.
Yeah, but still, you run him deep and you have Edwards, it curls in. We may see that come to the near side.
So
Bryce Bailey.
10 from the 44.
Bryce Bailey out here with Hargrave. That's where you just got power against power.
That's it. Daniel right
Minute
back.
23. Just need first downs.
Good block by.
Hold!
Oh, man. Almost intercepted. I don't know what Daniels is doing.
No idea what that play was.
I don't know what Daniels was doing. He was getting ready to. Looks like he was.
I'm not sure Hargrave knows what's going on. They've got to make a pocket for Daniels on him for a 3rd down and 10.
When he curls out, he's getting so much pressure. So 3rd and 10.
This is where the sophomore just got to settle down.
Let's settle down here.
All he needs is 10 yards. All right, they're going to have a big play come in. He's got to get it going. They've already started. Yeah.
Maybe run a screen here would be a good play call. Fleming.
Or design run. You got right in the backfield.
Yeah, but with no timeout.
The block, well, you got him to block.
So shotgun here for Phoebus. 1:16 left. They're down 7-6. Daniels back to pass. Has good pocket. He tries to run again, and he's going to get sacked.
Understand it. They got to come back. They got to hustle back. It's their clock.
And it's Hopewell just laying on the ball. So this is the. They can't spike it.
No, they got to call a play. They're going to let the clock go.
It's going to be 4th and 11. They don't have any more 4th, so they have to go. So this is definitely the ball game. So this is the ball game, folks. 4th and 11 from the 45. Clock ticking.
Well, they got time.
This is where the offensive line has to definitely come to play.
Yeah.
Daniels in the shotgun. 32 seconds to count. This is the play of the game. Daniels back to pass. Has a good pocket. He's going to throw it. He has Hargrave. They're going to have to call something.
Interference? Holy mackerel.
Oh, he is all over.
No, these guys have been. I really question it. I really question it. I cannot believe Hargrave, who gets pushed from behind and the ball's headed to him. And Jeremy Blunt's got a lot of complaining to do right there.
Oh, yeah, he was definitely
Turnover,
tough.
ball game's going to belong to the Blue Devils. They've played extremely well.
Go for the ball. No.
This is not to take away from Hopewell. They have played a very good ball game and defeated a very good team.
Oh, man, yeah. Tough way to go out.
I am stunned how Hargrave doesn't draw the flag on that.
I thought something would have been called.
But a terrific ball game from the Hopewell Blue Devils. They're really going to present York trouble next week.
Oh yeah, with Cuffy and Briggs. Definitely.
Phantom's going to drop it. So the two big, strong powerhouse in Hampton drop games.
It's
We
an
got
identical
18
score.
out of 7-6. And if the soccer players are trying to avoid football, they better start hiding now because they're going to be called on.
So just a formality now, just to
Just take a knee.
take a knee and call it a game.
And Greg Cuffey's won another ball game, keeps his senior season going. He and Walker in the game now, as they should be. And he takes a knee, and that's going to do it. Well, a marvelous ball game from Hopewell. They come into Hampton, defeat the Phoebus fans 7-6. Roubaix, it's been a tough game for both teams, but Hopewell with the first quarter touchdown on the mistake, and they get the win. What do you think?
The missed extra point came back to haunt them, and like you said, that one play that came to bite them, man, on that hook and go play. So Phoebus falls 7-6, and their season's over.
Well, and with that brings our season to a conclusion. Roubaix, I want to thank our team, of course, Andy Foley, our director, and all the great members of our team. But today, Steve Fryer has done yeoman's work to get us up and going, and I want to thank Steve for spending the afternoon with us. You and I can come down here, but we drag Steve out, so I appreciate that. I want to thank all of the sports information folks that are both schools. Coach Irby and his athletic director, Kerry Gray, have been wonderful to us. And, of course, the wonderful folks at Phoebus, Jeremy Blunt, another great year for the young man. Good things for Phoebus coming back next year.
They have a lot of talent. Daniels will be back. They have a very promising running back in Jalen White. Of course, Hargraves will be back. We have some linemen coming back, but this is going to sting. This is going to hurt. But they'll bring some more players and they'll have another great season. But this hurts. This definitely hurts for them.
Yeah, it does. But again, this is one of the tack the towel on the wall times for the Phoebus fans. They'll go back to that weight room and put it together. Well, we're going to miss some of the seniors. We're looking forward to some of the young people coming back. Again, from our group, we thank our families for letting us do this. We thank the Hampton City Schools and the Hampton City's TV to let us do these broadcasts.
Absolutely.
We hope to be back with you folks with some basketball games, some other winter sports, and then in the spring we're back on the field, on the diamonds. Bring a little baseball to the
Our
fans.
football season might be over, but we have other sports to cover. We're just a little disappointed that our football teams weren't moving on, but we're spoiled here, Frank.
We are.
We win so many championships, through all our sports, and when we don't see our teams advance further in the playoffs, we get a little disappointed. But it's still a great season by Phoebus and Hampton.
Well, I want to thank you, my friend.
Yes, sir.
Another great season. Enjoyed working with you.
Always.
All right, on behalf of Steve Fryer and all our crew, this is Frank Edgar and Roubaix Debray signing off. Final score here at Darlin Stadium on November 18th. A day I think the fans will remember.
Yes.
Hopewell 7, Phoebus 6. Good afternoon from Darlin.
I got this.